Hi and welcome to today's video. This week I'm doing a Live in 5 series, so I'm coming to you every day live this week. In today's video, we're talking about why today's the day to let go and eliminate that downward spiral of that mind chatter. If you're new to me, welcome. My name is Wesley Reece. I'm the go-to success coach, healer, and spiritual mentor, creator of the Confidence Catalyst, and host of the online show Destined For More. Introverted women in business hire me when they've done the traditional mindset work and it's becoming long and arduous, and they're really just ready to get results. They're ready to play a bigger game without all of the exhaustive hustle. Typically, I work with women in midlife, and it's the debris and clutter that is operating behind the scenes that is causing more resistance in taking the same action that maybe worked 10, 20 years ago and doesn't work so well anymore. And so what I do is help clear out that debris and clutter, that gunk from past relationships, past events that happened, old stories that are operating, so that they can get better results, feel more present, more free, and more joy and fulfilled at the end of the day. And I just want you to know, if you're human, you can probably relate to the negative mind chatter. We all have it. We're all human. If you're above ground and breathing, there is negative mind chatter. It's just, how aware of it are you? Negative mind chatter can really start to have that downward spiral if you're not aware of what really is going on. And if when it begins to do the downward spiral, it can become really loud and it can get in your way. It can come up with all of the excuses, all of the reasons why you can't take that action that you know you need to take, which can sabotage your efforts. It can cause procrastination. It can cause avoidance. It can cause all these things that are really going to hold you back from hitting your goals, from feeling at ease, really from being present at work and at home. It can cause you more stress, more anxiety. And I'm here today to equip you to help raise your awareness, and so that you can really take that step forward and be better for yourself and for those that are in your life. So, the negative mind chatter can cause you to be so wrapped up in your head, really may miss what's going on around you. And I just want you to know that you have power over that. You have choice, and we're going to get into that. I have 4 keys to equip you and to help you really get grasp, so that it doesn't consume you. The negative mind chatter doesn't consume you. And I actually use an acronym for this, and I'm going to go through that with you today. And at a very high level, because of course this is a live stream, I'm going to keep it kind of short, but this is what we dive deeper into when I work with my clients. And so the first one that we're going to talk about is self-trust. So TALK for self-talk, and the first one is self-trust. So how does this show up? How do you know that your self-trust is compromised? It is when you have those doubts. For example, you doubt your choices. So you have a decision to make, but you're not making the decision. So you stay in limbo because you're afraid of making the wrong decision. So when you're experiencing compromised self-trust in this particular example, you're experiencing that doubt of your choices and fearing what the outcome can be, a what if, without trusting your inner knowing. And so when you are afraid to commit, if you are afraid to make a choice in a particular matter and you have that doubt, it's that self-trust that can be compromised. The second one is self-acceptance. So first one being self-trust, second one being self-acceptance. And this is really the example that I'm going to use for this is really you're unaware of how you're rejecting yourself. And what do I mean by that? I mean, when you have compromised self-acceptance, it means that you're relying on someone else's opinion to justify yourself, or you are say you're a perfectionist. That can be detrimental to your self-worth. And when you have a compromised self-acceptance, say if your perfectionism really is taking over you, it means that there could be a fear of making mistakes, and it's rejecting the fact that we're all imperfect. So rejecting your own self-acceptance would be not accepting your imperfections as beauty. And another one would be when you fear making the mistake out of fear of judgment. So not accepting, not befriending failure, and being seeing that as really a detriment to yourself, because of the perfectionism that you tend to operate under. Because perfectionists, they don't want to make mistakes. They want just right, out of fear of judgment, out of fear of rejection. And so what are they really rejecting? They're rejecting their own self, and because they're not willing to accept them for who they are. And okay, so for the third one, it's self-love. So we talked self-trust, self-acceptance, self-love. And so the third key for eliminating that downward spiral of the mind chatter is self-love. And so how does this show up? If you have, say, past regrets that keep popping up, that say you keep beating yourself up over and you haven't let that go, that would be compromising your self-love. Another example is if you have past resentments towards other people or even towards yourself for, say, making a wrong decision because you didn't trust yourself, and then you waffled, and then you made the decision, and then you beat yourself up. Okay, that is a form of compromised self-love. And so if you hold resentment towards, say, someone else for how they wronged you, or if you hold resentment towards, say, even yourself for a decision that you made, for a choice that you made that didn't work out, then that is a compromised self-love. So the fourth key that I'm going to share with you is self-knowing. So the fourth key, self-knowing. So we talked about self-trust, self-acceptance, self-love, and self-knowing. And so how is this? This is kind of like the root that unravels so much. And so self-knowing, what is that really? It's trusting who God created you to be and knowing what it feels like to embody that truth. And so it's that certainty. It's that certainty piece based on truth. And so how does this show up? It shows up in stories we tell ourselves that is not an absolute truth. So if you say that, it's possible for so and so to achieve XYZ, but it's not for me. It's not for me. That is not absolute truth. That is a story. And stories are based on what we make of a situation. Now, absolute truth is God's truth. And so that is self-knowing, aligning yourself with how God sees you, with how He created you to be, and believing and embodying that. That gets to those core pieces of I am worthy, I am enough, I am of value. Those are the three that show up a lot consistently with the women that I work with. It's like in your head, you tell them, well, I know I'm enough. I'm enough. However, deep down at a core level, because we hold our beliefs at a cellular level, deep down at our core level, that's not the case. And when we begin to unravel and unpack that, everything changes. So the 4 keys to eliminate that downward spiral of the mind chatter is the acronym self-talk. So self-trust, self-acceptance, self-love, and self-knowing. And I know with those 4 keys, you can become unstoppable. Now, let me tell you why I do this. My mission, when I started my coaching practice 5 years ago, my mission is to transform the lives of women, to let go of the stories that are holding them back so that they can step into the greatness that God created them for unapologetically. And so when you're equipped with these tools and this awareness, you're able to show up in a more powerful way, stand in your truth, know what's important to you, and stand by that. Hold that as a priority for you in your life. You're able to hold boundaries better, boundaries in relationships, boundaries with your time. And here's the thing. This is not traditional mindset work. I call this raising your heart set point. And it's because of this. It's not those techniques out there that like energy healing, or it's not, my printer went off. It's not like NLP. It's not any of those modalities that are common in the marketplace. This is true spiritual healing. It's knowing God that created everything that exists is there for you, and partnering with Him so that you can show up in that truth, stand in that power, so that you can serve your purpose and impact those that are waiting for you to show up. So if this resonates with you, drop a comment below. Let me know what stood out to you. If you want to have a conversation, shoot me a DM. Let's have a conversation. I'm here to help guide you so that you can really let go of those stories, get better results with less resistance. Because from where you are today to where you want to be, what's in between that is tension, it's resistance. And anytime you're leaning into resistance, you're growing. What is that resistance? It's fear, it's doubt, it's frustration. It is, it could be, those things that anxiousness, that's another form of resistance. And when you're able to lean in and understand why you're experiencing those things, you're able to heal past that and empower yourself for greater good. So thanks for tuning in today. Happy you're able to join me. I'll be here again tomorrow live. Also tomorrow I'm co-hosting a free masterclass. If you want to register, it's about stop sabotaging your visibility and breakthrough for 2023. It's for introverted women in business. Would love to have you join us. If you're interested in that, just pop me a comment. I'll get you the registration link. So thanks for tuning in. It's great to have you today. We'll see you next time.